from Diane's Den and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to do a fairly easy card. It looks a bit elaborate on the inside, but it's not on really. I haven't finished the front. I haven't done what I want to do to finish off the front, so I will do that when I do my photographs, so you can see what it's going to look like. And I won't be using this die here for the one I'm going to make today. But this is called a double pocket card. So you've got these two, what do you call it, tags that will go in there. I'm not putting the ribbon on it either. I've done something a little bit different with this one compared to this one, with the next one rather than this one. So I'll show you what we're going to be using. We're going to be doing this in Blueberry Bushel, and we're going to be using the Country Flowers, and I've already stamped, coloured and cut out the stool, the teapot and the flowers, because you don't need to see me stamp and colour all of those. I'm going to be using this set here for the Unbounded Love, for the Happy Birthday and May All Your Wishes Come True. And for this saying that's on the front here, this comes with these dies, these beautiful dies. And I'm going to be using these two together. So, which is exactly the same as what I did there, except that I did them both white. This time I'm going to do them in one in the Blueberry Bushel and one in white. So that's what we're using today. And I've done my corner rounding already, because if you remember the other day, on one of my other videos, I had a lot of trouble with my corner rounder. Throw this one in the bin. Oops, sorry, throw this one in the bin, and phew, there you go. And I found the other one, which is over on my other desk now. So this is what we're going to make. So I'm also going to use some of these dots, and they're just called rainbow adhesive dots. It actually doesn't tell me what colours they are, but there's some nice blue ones there, so I think they'll look nice on that. Okay, so let me put them out of the way for a moment, and I'll show you what you need. Okay, so there's my two tags. I've done them. I've corner rounded them and coloured them, so I'll pop them on one side. And there's my stool with my teapot and flowers to go on the top, so they're over there as well. Okay, so let me show you. So I'm doing this in Blueberry Bushel and, believe it or not, Wild Wheat, which is not a colour I actually really like very much, but it goes together really nicely with this card. So our main card is 8 1/4 by 5 7/8, and then we're going to need 3 layers, one for the front and 2 for inside, and all 3 of them the same size, and they are 5 5/8 by 3 7/8. So one of them is a lot longer than the other. Let me have a look. That's the correct one. Let's cut this one down. Obviously I didn't cut this piece down, so this used to be 5 5/8, 4 5/8. Look at that. Oh dear, never mind. It's 5 5/8 now, isn't it? Great. How did I miss that? Never mind. So you need 3 pieces that are 5 5/8 by 3 7/8. Then you're going to need 3 pieces of designer series paper that measure 5 3/8 by 3 5/8. Let's make sure they're all the same. Yep. And another piece that measures 5 3/8 by 7 1/4. Then you're going to need a white panel for the inside for doing your writing on, which measures 3 by 4 1/2 inches. And then I've just got a piece of the scrap for the front. That's a piece of that. And this measures 3/4 of an inch by 3 5/8 of an inch. And then these two, which come out of a piece that measured, let's say, 1 3/4 by 2 1/2, and this piece came out of a piece that was measured 1 1/2 by 2 1/4. So you'll get your sayings out of that, or you can actually just cut them that size. I'll write those sizes on my tutorial. Okie dokie, so let's move all of these out of the way except for one of them and that one and this one. Okay, so we're going to bring in our scoreboard. Oh, I feel like I'm sitting really close today. I don't know why. Never mind. So we're going to bring in our main card, which is on the 8 1/4 side, and with the small end of the ball, we're going to score this at 4 1/8 of an inch. So that's our main card scored. Now what we're going to do is we're going to score this piece, and we're going to score this on the long side at 3 5/8 of an inch, but using the big ball. 3 5/8 of an inch by using the larger ball, like so. I'll pop them on one side, and oh, left my score tool there. Never mind. I can use it. Why is this all jumping around today? All right. So what we're going to do with this one is we're going to fold this in half at that score line. And we might as well fold our card at the same time. Alright, so I've got our main card scored. And we're going to take our piece that is the two pieces together, and we want to lay it down this way because we want this piece here to be showing, and because it is non-directional, it doesn't matter which way up I've got this. And I'm going to mark along this side here at, oh, I can't remember, it's on my other piece of paper. Just hang your 5 there. I'm doing good. Back again. I didn't write that on that piece. Okay, so we're going to mark along the inside. So like this is like a card, like a normal card. So on the inside or on the right, we're going to mark this at 1 7/8 of an inch down. It's not really easy to see on this one. And then we're going to turn it and measure it at 1 7/8 again. So that's 1 7/8 of an inch. Now if you've got a pen, which I don't have a pen here, you could do it with a pen because it doesn't really matter. So now we're going to bring in our trimmer, and what we're going to do is we're going to score between those two marks. So between that 1 7/8 and the 1 7/8 down there, which I can only just see. So we're going to score that along that line. And we're going to fold that under, like so. Alright, so that's how it's going to look. So while we've got that, I'm going to do it on here. Move this board out of the way again. Maybe if I sharpen my pencil a bit, it might be a bit better. And we're going to score this one. We're going to do this one the same, and because this paper, as I say, it hasn't got any right or wrong, and we want to do it on the right, left-hand side of the right-hand side of the back. Sorry, which will be the left-hand side of the front. So the right-hand side of the back, and we're going to measure this at 2.5 inches down. 2.5 inches down. And then we're going to turn it, and we're going to mark it from that same place to the 2.5 inches. Like so. It's not a very good pencil mark, as you can see. I'll bring back in my trimmer, and then I'm going to, once again, making sure I use the scoring tool, which is the grey one. You can't see that. The scoring tool, which is the grey one, not the dark grey, the light grey one. So, or use your scoring tool, whichever's finding easier. So let's go through that again. This is our 7 1/4 inch piece, and on our right hand we've folded it down the middle at the 3 5/8 of an inch mark, and then we have measured in 1 7/8 and down 1 7/8 on the right hand side. Bring that down, fold that down. When it comes across, it's going to look like that. The other piece is our 5 3/8 by 3 5/8, and one of those we are going to measure down 2 1/2 and along 2 1/2, and then we're going to fold that one down the same. So when that lays on top of this one, you have your two pockets like so. How clever is that? Alright, so once we've done that, we're now going to put a bit of glue, and we're going to hope that the glue works this week on the inside of this one. Oh, look at that. And just fold that one back down nicely, and we will do the same on this one here. Pop a bit of glue on there. It doesn't have to be a lot, it's not going to go anywhere, it's just that it makes it easier. Alright, then we're going to just go down this side here with this, just a smidgen of glue across the top to the fold down line, down the other side just to the fold down line, and along the bottom. And we're going to fold that over, making sure that it lines up nicely on the three sides, three sides, it's across the top, down the left and the right side. If it hasn't, then you've got time to whiz it into place before it dries. And we have our first layer. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put some glue onto this one as well. So we're going to do the same again. We're going to just put just a bead of glue down the side, along the bottom, up the other side, and to the top where the fold is. Get out of the way, you. And then I'm going to lay this piece on top of this piece, making sure that I line it up really, really well from the bottom and the sides and the top, like so. Once I've done that, I now have a pocket here and a pocket here. So that's our pocket part done. So now we can bring in our main card, and we'll take one of these and pop it on one side, and then we will take one and two of these and do the inside of our card before we do the outside. So now we're going to actually glue this one to our layer. Isn't it funny how the glue is working really well today, and yet the other day it didn't want to play. I did see a card like similar to this on Pinterest, but there was no name with it, so I just sort of guessed what they did and worked it out from there, and I just think it just turned out really nice. So now we're going to put the glue on the back of that pocket piece and lay it onto our layer like so. And the only reason I did the double there is so that you've got a nice piece showing through the top. You just have to remember that if you're using a directional paper, you get your directions correct on both of them. And we're going to lay them both on the inside of our card now. Oops, come back, glue. And this one on this side. It's amazing how blueberry bush will look so nice with that wild wheat, which follows in with this colour in here. Okay, so that's the inside of our card done. So we're going to pop our two outside pieces together. So I've got this piece that's going the opposite way, which is the opposite side to it, that I'm going to just pop on the bottom there. I'll put it down reasonably low. And then glue that to the front of the card. Or well, to the layer and then to the front of the card. That piece is a tiny bit long there. I'm just going to trim that bit. That's better. I didn't notice it until I went to put it down. And that can go onto the front of the card. So this is virtually the card made. It's mainly the decoration from here on in. So we will pop that on there like so. We will finish decorating the front of the card, which will be those pieces and my tag. So let's get my glue and my happy birthday, which I'm going to pop onto there. So I've got blueberry bushel, which is really hard to open. And how pretty does that look? That's a lovely font on that one, isn't it? I do like that font. And I'm actually going to glue this, put this one on with some dimensionals, wherever they might be. Here we go. So I'm going to pop this one onto here. Now, I still don't have any fingernails. They're not growing very quickly. Hurry up. I'm going away in a few weeks. Yes, that's right. I'm going away. I'm going to Singapore for a week with my husband. I wouldn't go on my own. Not that far. Okay, so I'm going to pop that on there. That looks nice set up like that. And pop that onto the back of this card. Down here. Okay, so then we're going to pop these on here. So I think this one's going to go just there like that, with that and that. Yep, that's how it's going to go. So let's pop this down low. So we're going to put this on flat. So he's just sitting on this bar here. I'm going to pop this one on here flat as well. So the teapot is going to be flat. And he's going to sit on the top of that. And then we will put some dimensionals onto the back of this one. They must be getting a bit longer. I can actually grab them to get the backs off of my dimensionals. And this goes on like so, onto the front of my card. We will finish that off with our beads after. So, as I say, I did my 2 tags which measure, which I don't know if I told you what these tags measure. They measure 4 inches by 2 inches, so you need 2 of those, and they will go in here like so. And I'm going to put a message on both of those, which I haven't done yet, so we'll do that as well. And let's have a look, see what we want. So we've got this one that's got some lovely messages on it, so let's put on here, have a blessed day and just for you. I don't think I've used the just for you yet. No, I haven't, so let's pull that out of there. Just for you. Oops. There's a block. And Have I used have a blessed day yet? Where does it say it? I can't see it now. I must be going blind. Have a blessed day. There we go. Is that going to be too wide? Yes, it is. Oh, dearie me. We can't have that one then. We've got just for you and friend. Let's... No, just in case it's not. Celebrate. Let's have celebrate. Have we had celebrate before? No, we haven't. So there we go. We've got celebrate there. Oh, come on. Mail it there. Alright. Pop that up there. Let's move that down there. Let's bring in our blue ink again. Blueberry bushel. Okay, so we're going to put May All Your Wishes Come True onto our white piece here. Well, we were, but that didn't come out very well, did it? I don't know why that didn't come out very well. Let's make sure it comes out right now. That's better. So that one's going to go in the middle there. We're going to put Celebrate on this one. And Just for You on this one. Okay, so close that up. Let's leave them to dry for a few seconds while I pop glue this one on this side. Oh, come on, arms, stop pulling everything out of the way. That's because this is not stuck down. Every other time I've had it stuck down. I have just purchased myself the glass crafting mat, but it hasn't arrived yet, so not happy, Jan, as they say. Okay, pop them in there. These can go in here like so. You could put a ribbon on the top like I do on the others, but I didn't think that it was necessary. Let's close that over, bring in my things. Now I'm going to use some of these pink ones as well as these blue ones because I think both of them together are going to match. So let's pop one of these small blue ones here along with a couple of pink ones. Pink one and a blue one. That pink one doesn't show up very well, does it? Let's see if we can get him off. Yep, got him off. Now I'll put some, oh come on, another large blue one there. We'll pop it over the top of that where that one was. Okay, so that's our card for today. I hope you've enjoyed that. It's called a double inside pocket card. I guess I could have put something there. You never know, I might still do that. But I just thought it was a lovely card. And very simple. As I say, you could dress it up as much as you want or as little as you want. I did this one with the postal perennial postage I think it's called. And I did these so they look like postage stamp size. But you don't need to do that. You can do it any way you like. And I did this one with retired products. This one is done with all current. So if you've enjoyed today's project, please give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. I do answer them all. If you'd like to know more about these products or want to purchase them and you live in Australia, you're welcome to give me a call. I'd love to be your demonstrator. And I will see you again next time. Bye for now.